Good morning and welcome to the Oasis Center for Spiritual Living, where we come together as one, providing spiritual tools for daily living. For those of you who don't know, I'm the senior minister here at the Oasis, and I always like to introduce God's team that I have been provided. Oz will not be joining us today, but I'll go ahead and just introduce him real quickly. Oz was my first baby practitioner and has been with me since 1998. And then he went off to Florida, and we lost the ability to have him as practitioner of the day, meaning that he was part of the service. But now with this technology, I'm able to bring him in usually. Today he's ushering for Mother's Day, so we miss him. But the practitioner of the day usually does the invocation, the benediction, and then is available at the end for the 1-minute miracle. So I guess that's me. And then the next one is Albertina Giuffre, which we lovingly call Tina. Hi, Tina. Tina was our singer from like 2000 on and needed to take some time off. So she dropped back for a while, but we do have her here for special events. And today is one of those days. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Tina also is one of my baby practitioners, which means she took all of her training with me. And so, yes, it's so good to have you here today, Tina. Thank you. Love you. And then we have my faithful assistant, Faith, who's been my assistant basically since the day she was born. Her dad, when she was about 3 weeks old, her dad brought her to church, and he would hold her in one hand and work the soundboard in the other hand. And when she got old enough to crawl, she crawled right up on stage, so we left her there. You know, she acted like she owned the place, so. And you do belong on stage. That's one of your qualities, you know. But I would sit her on the podium while I did announcements, and people would pay attention more, I think, when she was there. And when she got older, she and her sister would hand out affirmation cards as part of an ushering function. But she is the woman behind the scenes here. All I have to do basically is speak, and she does everything else except for occasionally I have to punch something in. But for the most part, she's the woman behind the scenes doing it all. And she is also one of our soloists today. So thank you so much. We love you. All right. If you say hi, good morning, hello, which is how we prefer that you let us know that you're here, since in a facility we can look out and see the shining faces shining back at us. And we don't have that ability with this software. We get a number. We don't even get a name. So when you say hi, hello, good morning, Faith will answer you. And I usually go back and see if there's anything else that needs to be said, like if you have a question or something. But that's only happened twice in 4 years. She pretty much knows me better than I know myself. So, all right, we're going to go through, because this is our healing ceremony today. We're going to go through the announcements first and all the business end of it on the front end. And then, because I want you to leave, we're going to do a meditation at the end, and I want you to leave with that glow for the day. So, and now I need for some reason it's really dark in here and I can't see anything. So I have to see. Okay, there is a watch party button so that you can invite all of your friends so they can see what kind of service they can expect to receive on a Sunday morning, although this is very different than what we normally do. But you can click on that watch party button, invite all of your friends. You can talk back and forth because it's a private chat kind of situation. So you won't be bothering anybody. So click on that watch party button and invite all of your friends. All right. And so I invite you now to close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Allow the service to uplift and inspire you as we move into our centering song.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can feel the rush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can feel the rush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place.
Surely the presence of God is right here, right now, as it is present everywhere at all times. I recognize this presence as that which powers through me, my very life, my very essence, my very being, and all who are on God's team, for Tina and for Oz and for Faith and for Karen and for Elaine. I know that the same power flowing through us flows through everyone here, whether that be in real time or later on, because there's no place where one leaves off and the other begins. And so I bless this service today, knowing that it touches the hearts and minds of all who see it, whether that be in real time or later on, because I do know that all the benefits of this healing ceremony reach into the deep, deep center of our hearts, and we claim it as good. I give thanks for it, and I let it be. And so it is. Amen. Excuse me. We're not going to do the other song today because we run out of time with all the music we have going on and all the ceremony. So we're going to move right into the offering right now. So now is our opportunity to receive your gifts, tithes, and offerings, and your opportunity to share gratitude, to feel that gratitude that comes up from having experienced prosperity in your life, in your physical realm. And for those, that situation that you have created in the mind of God, but you may not have already received in terms of money. So in a moment, I'm going to ask you to go to www.oasiscsl.org, and about 2/3 down the page is our offering affirmation. And I will have you say that in a minute, but right underneath that is the contribute now button. And so let me talk just briefly about contribution, because if we were in a facility, you know, there would be rent and utilities, and there would be all kinds of expenses related to having a church in a facility. But we don't have that. What we do ask is that you contribute to our mission that leads us to our vision. So our vision is a healed world, and that means globally. Excuse me. And our mission is to heal the world, the planet, one person at a time. Unfortunately, it does take money to market to the global world. We already have people from the Netherlands or Holland. I don't know how you're going to know it. The UK or England, Germany, the Philippines, and India. So we really want to make sure that we're reaching the global earth. And so we definitely need to have some money to do that, because it takes money to market. So by hitting that contribute now when you're done with the offering affirmation, what you're doing is you're assisting us in our mission to reach our vision. So right now, whether you're watching in real time or later on, please go with me now to www.oasiscsl.org. And about 2/3 down the page, say this offering affirmation with me. This perfect gift is spirit and form, circulating and blessing all it touches. Freely I give and joyously I receive. And so it is. Hit that contribute now button and help us reach our vision through our mission. All right, Let's see what else we have here. We have licensed practitioners from coast to coast that we're really blessed with, and they perform 3 functions in our church. The first of which is if you would like prayer for something, our licensed practitioners will pray for you every day for a week on those requests. So if you would like prayer for something, please put it in the comments section. If you don't want it to be public, you can always DM Faith and she will make sure that the God Squad gets it. That's what we call our licensed practitioners. They're the healing arm of the church and we call them the God Squad. I love that imagery because I feel like they march in and take care of business, you know. That's what it means to me. We've been calling them that for 25 years. I love that. All right. And the second way that they serve our church is by providing spiritual guidance for a fee by appointment. And so if you are interested in having a session for spiritual guidance, you're going to look at our practitioners on Facebook and decide which ones you would like to meet with. If you don't know our practitioners, you can always go to our website and you'll see our practitioners listed there. And you'll reach out to them and let them know that you would like a session for spiritual guidance, and they will let you know how to pay for that. We don't get involved in that. Practitioners have their own businesses, so some of them use PayPal, some of them use Wise, Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, different things. Again, we don't get involved in that. So they'll let you know how to pay for it. And then they will reach out to you by video chat at your appointed time. So the third way that our practitioners serve the church, which I'm going to be doing today, is called Practitioner of the Day. And it's usually Oz. Almost 95% of the time it's Oz. That includes the invocation, the benediction, and then he's available at the end for a 1-minute miracle. That's not a time for counseling. It is just a time where you can let him know whatever you're experiencing, and he will stop, drop, and pray with you right then and there. Or I guess I will today. That'll be me, stop, dropping, and praying for you. Anyway, those are the ways our licensed practitioners serve our church. So the next thing is Brooks and Bailey. And Brooks and Bailey have these wonderful, they have a lot of jewelry, but they also have these mala beads. And they have necklaces and bracelets. The necklaces have 108 beads on them. The bracelets have 54. All the proceeds go to Rocky Mountain Lab Rescue. And you can reach out to these ladies either by brooksandbailey0307@gmail or on their Facebook page. I do try to make sure that if they post that they're going to be at an event and have a booth, I try to share that on my page so that you can get information about it. These are the amethyst mala beads, which are $60. They do have other gemstones, which are $30 and up. And I think their bracelets are either 15 or 20, I think it is. I know I keep verifying that with them and then I keep forgetting. All right. So also we have Angel Renee. And I suggest you use the mala beads because we say do 100 affirmations a day. So you got 108 beads on there. And the way the Hindus and the Buddhists do it is they move 1 bead at a time to do their chants. And that's a great way to do your affirmations. If you're getting the bracelets, you just use them for twice a day. All right. Then we have this Etsy store from Angel Renee. She has intention candles and an intention tea bag that you put into your bath water. All of this is done with aromatic herbs that help you to focus on whatever you want to focus on. And we suggest that you use these when you're forming your intention for something. Then we have Reverend Fairy Elaine Silver's website up right now. We do a lot of her music. She asked us to do her music. So anytime we try to do contemporary music, we wind up getting muted either by Facebook or YouTube later. So we don't want to do that. So it was really beneficial that Reverend Fairy Elaine Silver asked us to use her music. Her website, she can't update her website for how to take payment. So for whatever reason, and she travels around the United States singing. So you contact her by email, let her know that you would like to purchase a CD. And she'll let you know how to pay for it. And then she always has them in the trunk of her car, so she sends them out right away. She's really good about that. And the other one is Karen Drucker. We use a lot of Karen Drucker's music. She gifted us with her entire collection of 20 CDs when we first started doing this online service. And we do a lot of her music, and a lot of it has really great chants that are good to get memes stuck in your head, right? But on her website, you can pay for it. You can buy it by the song, by the CD. You can purchase karaoke files. You can also get songbooks that some of them have American Sign Language in case you want to learn how to sign a song. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them. Anyway, so we definitely like to support those who support us. And these two ladies provide music so that we can have an actual Sunday service and not me as a talking head for an hour. I don't think anybody wants that. And then go to our website, www.oasiscsl.org. I know I keep saying this every Sunday. We will update it sooner or later. I know we will. But between my sister passing and then my husband passing, we've just had a lot of things we've had to do. So we have not been able to get to that. So in the meantime, you can go to YouTube and SoundCloud under S. Tucker. YouTube has the video sermons and SoundCloud has the audio sermons. So definitely check us out. Subscribe to our channel. That'd be the best way to do it. Then it comes up automatically. Anyway, so check out our website. On our website, you have pictures of events that we've had at the church, picnics and that kind of thing, our ordinations. It's a great way to know who your spiritual family is and get to know us a little bit better. And we will get it updated sooner or later with all the video sermons. So definitely keep checking back. Say hi, good morning, hello. In a facility, I can look out and see people looking back at me. Here, I get a number, so we would really appreciate it if you're visiting either in real time or later on. Please, by all means, say hi, hello, good morning, and Faith will answer you. If you like something that you hear, whether that's something I say or Faith or Tina sings, by all means, use that like button. And if you love something, send us hearts because we love to get love. And if something strikes you as very powerful, use that wow button. It gives me good feedback on whether we're on track or not. So I definitely appreciate that. All right, Mother's Day is one of those interesting holidays that I'm sure originally was just a beautiful way to honor mothers. It's become really, Madison Avenue has pretty much taken it over. Now it's a way to sell flowers and a way to sell candy and a way to sell jewelry and a way to, you see all these advertisements on TV. It's turned into this big thing. I've always seen Mother's Day as being a day that I would spend with my family, my mother in particular, until she died. And then, my sister and her family until she's gone. And because of the pandemic, and because of Lynn's lung transplant, we weren't able to get together for so many years. And now I just celebrate it by myself. I don't have any children. I have feathered kids, and I have furry kids, and so I celebrate with them. And I get on here and I talk to you. So that's how I celebrate Mother's Day. But Mother's Day is one of those days that we get to honor one of the most important people in our lives, because we wouldn't be here without our mothers, right? And so I know that not everybody has a perfect mom. The mothers do not come with, or babies do not come with a guide like you do with a car. You get this guide that tells you how to operate the car. Well, we don't get that when a baby's born. And even if we did, everybody's so different, it really wouldn't work anyway. And so we celebrate not only the mothers that are here with us, that is still on this planet, but we also celebrate those mothers which we may not have had a strong connection with, or we may not get along with, or maybe that have some challenges. And then, of course, we also celebrate those mothers that have passed away. So we're going to do all three today. And we're going to end up with a beautiful meditation that's going to allow us to heal some of our core issues that we have with our mothers. And that's why I'm doing all the business end on the front end here, because I want us to leave with that glow that we get from participating in that. Now, we always do a healing ceremony rather than just talk about Mother's Day. And the reason that we do that is, number one, we want to appreciate all those mothers that tune in, but also, and grandmothers and men who function as mothers. We want to acknowledge those people for sure. And so that's going to be our first category. So let me get to, what did I do here? There we go. There it is. Okay. Things my mother taught me. My mother taught me logic. If you fall off that swing and break your neck, you can't go to the store with me. My mother taught me medicine. If you don't stop crossing your eyes, they're going to stay that way. Anybody ever have that? I did that when I was young. I used to do that all the time. And then we found out I had a lazy eye, so all that messing with me about it wasn't worth anything. My mother taught me to think ahead. If you don't pass your spelling test, you'll never get a good job. My mother taught me ESP. Put your sweater on. Don't you think I know that when you're cold? My mother taught me to meet a challenge. What were you thinking? Answer me when I talk to you. Don't talk back to me. My mother taught me humor. When the lawnmower cuts off your toes, don't come running to me. My mother taught me how to become an adult. If you don't eat your vegetables, you'll never grow up. My mother taught me about sex. How do you think you got here? My mother taught me about genetics. You are just like your father. My mother taught me about my roots. Do you think you were born in a barn? I used to leave the door open all the time, so she used to say that to me all the time. My mother taught me about the wisdom of age. When you get to be my age, you'll understand. And you know what's funny? Now that I'm 68, I understand those words of wisdom much better than I did when I was younger. My mother taught me about anticipation. Just wait until your father gets home. My mother taught me about receiving. You're going to get it when we get home. And my all-time favorite thing, justice. One day you will have kids, and I hope they turn out just like you. Then you'll see what it's like. Thank you, Mom. That's why I never had kids. I felt like that was the curse that made me never want to have kids. Because I was a rotten kid. I don't know about the rest of you, but I was a rotten kid. Okay. Let me get back to my thing here. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I would like to honor all of the mothers that are here today. And when I say mothers, I mean anybody who has functioned in the capacity of mother. For example, Steve, Faith's dad, has been both mother and father to her most of her life. So she's had a mother and she's had a stepmother, but the only consistent nurturer in her life has been her dad. So we don't do any gender assignment kind of things here. Like it has to be a woman. It can be anybody who has performed as a nurturer in your life. And so we want to honor anyone who has fur babies, feather babies, human babies, any kind of animal babies, any kind of babies that they've maybe taken under their wing. And not just babies, but, kids, or in my case, 18-year-olds. I don't know why. But when we take them under our wing, we are performing that very important function of nurturer. And that's what we want to celebrate here today, is those people that in our lives have become the nurturers. So we want to acknowledge all the mothers who are still living. So if you are a mother, or you are a nurturer who has performed as a mother, please type your name in the comments section so Faith can send you a rose. When we're in a facility, we actually hand out the roses, but we haven't been able to do that today. Well, we can't do it when we're on this. I will speak their names into the room. We don't have any mother types here today. Come on, Cindy, I know you're a mom. You're a mom and a grandmom. Well, I'm going to speak Cindy's name into the room anyway, because I know she's here. And Faith, you should be putting your name in there. You have a dog and a cat as your babies. Oh my goodness. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah. Oh, and me. Yes, of course. And my name, right? All right. So those are the mothers who are present. So also, anybody who's here, please type in the name of your mother so that we can honor her if she's still alive. Anybody? Steve and Lisa. Yeah, definitely. All right. And my mom's not around anymore. And I think Tina's mom's not around anymore. Okay, so here's a thing. Irma Bombeck wrote this, When God Created Mothers. And it's she was an American humorist who achieved great popularity for her newspaper column that described suburban home life from the mid-1960s to the late 1990s. And she wrote this one. I really love this one. When the good Lord was creating mothers, he was into his 6th day of overtime when the angel appeared and said, "You're doing a lot of fiddling around on this one." And God said, "Have you read the specs on this order? She has to be completely washable, but not plastic. Have 180 movable parts, all replaceable. Red on black coffee and leftovers. Have a lap that disappears when she stands up. A kiss that can cure anything from a broken leg to a disappointed love affair. And 6 pairs of hands." The angel shook her head slowly and said, 6 pairs of hands? No way. "It's not the hands that are causing me problems," God remarked. "It's the 3 pairs of eyes that mothers have to have." "That's on the standard model?" asked the angel. God nodded. "One pair that sees through closed doors when she asks, 'What are you kids doing in there?' when she already knows. Another here in the back of her head that sees what she shouldn't, but what she has to know. And of course, the ones here in front that can look at a child when he goofs up and say, 'I understand and I love you,' without so much as uttering a word." "God," said the angel, touching his sleeve gently, "get some rest tomorrow." "I can't," said God. "I'm so close to creating something so close to myself. Already I have one who heals herself when she's sick, can feed a family of 6 on 1 pound of hamburger, and can get a 9-year-old to stand under a shower." The angel circled the model of a mother very slowly. "It's too soft," she sighed. "But tough," said God excitedly. "You can imagine what this mother can do or endure. Can it think?" "Not only can it think, but it can reason and compromise," said the Creator. Finally, the angel bent over and ran her finger across the cheek. "There's a leak," she pronounced. "I told you were trying to put too much into this model." "It's not a leak," said the Lord. "It's a tear." "What's it for?" "It's for joy and sadness and disappointment, pain, loneliness, and pride." "You are a genius," said the angel. Somberly, God said, "I didn't put it there." Whew, goodness gracious. So right now, I want to honor all the mothers right now that are living. So today we bless all you mothers who love and protect your children. We are honored by your presence. Thank you for your contribution to our lives, and we honor your sacrifices, because today this is all about you.
Happy Mother's Day.
gave you heartburn and I made you sick long before I ever took my first breath. And you barely slept for 2 years after you brought me home. I ruined your carpets and colored your walls, then did it again after you scrubbed it off. And if you were looking, I'd give you the bathroom alone. But still you look back on it all and you smile. So here's to you, Mom, from the heart of your child. Thank you for loving me tenderly and showing me how to be strong. The least I can do after all you have done is thank you for being my mom. I thank you for being my mom. Listening to me when that voice stole my heart and letting me practice with your brand new car. For teaching me how to make God my everything. Being right there every time that I fall and praying for me faithfully through it all. I am convinced I'm still here 'cause you stayed on your knees. I don't tell you enough just how special you are. But I'm thankful so enough from the depths of my heart. Thank you for loving me tenderly and showing me how to be strong. The least I can do after all you have done is thank you for being my mom. I thank you for being my mom. Someday I'll go on with blue marks on my walls and staying awake afternoon. As hard as I try, I can honestly say that we all would be lost without Mom. So thank you for loving me tenderly and showing me how to be strong. The least I can do after all you have done is thank you for being my mom. I thank you for being my mom.
No, I'm sorry. I can't clap too loud. She gets all nervous. I have a chihuahua on my lap. Thank you so much, Faith. That was wonderful. We were trying to pick something, that she could relate to. And so, I said, well, this one sounds a lot like Lisa. Well, this one sounds a lot like your mom. And she's like, no, I want to do this one because my dad has been my mom. So that is so cool. That song was for Steve. Not everybody has a perfect relationship with their mother. And so I want to honor the mothers now that we may have less than a perfect relationship with. It's funny because no matter how perfect we think our relationship is, there's always something that can be healed. And the reason I say this is, like I said, we don't come with a set of instructions. There's no manual on how to raise a kid, especially not kids like me. And so I don't know what your experience is, but my mother never quite did what I needed her to do. That's not a judgment about her, that my needs didn't match her skills, but she was raised in a certain way, of course, in the hills of Tennessee on a farm. Her mother died by the time she was 8. Her father died by the time she was 11, and she went to live with her grandmother, who died when she was 13. So she was pretty much on her own from 13 on, and she had a certain skill set, but it just didn't match my needs. So I spent the first part of my life trying to get her to meet my needs, and the second part of my life, most of my young adult life anyway, dealing with the fact that my needs did not get met the way that I wanted them to. So I had to learn to honor, love, and respect her upbringing and why she had the skill set that she had. And I had to learn that it was up to me to reparent myself. So that's the basis for how we do this healing service for those mothers that have challenges, not only if they have physical challenges like my mother did, but also because we have an opportunity here to heal any unresolved issues that we have going on with our mothers. So please type your mother's first name in the comments. I will speak her name into the room, and Faith will send you a virtual pink rose that signifies healing. Our wonderful team of licensed practitioners from coast to coast will pray on those names for the next week. And we don't know if it's a physical challenge or a relationship issue, just the name, because God already has the idea of what needs to be healed. So we just need the first name. So please, if you've got an issue or your mother has a physical issue or an emotional issue even, please put their name into the comment section so that we can have our practitioners pray for them every day for a week. And also, we are going to, Terry Lynn, good, thank you, Faith. We are going to do a little meditation here in a bit after we hear from Tina. But I'd also like to invoke the essence of all the mothers who have lost their children in the Middle East, in Ukraine, any COVID-19 that have gone on this year, anybody that is the result of any kind of violence. I want to acknowledge those mothers who have had to deal with the loss of their children this past year. And so in a moment, we're going to hear from Tina. You can go ahead and start as she sings Dear Ellie. We have to give her just a little minute. There we go. Okay, there she is. There's Tina.
Dear Ellie, I want you to know that you're here in my heart. Wherever I go, there'll be miles apart. And 10 years have gone by. I filled up a river, the tears that I cried. Dear Ellie, what can I say? The love in my heart grows stronger each day. Do you know that I love you? Do you know that I care? You know that I'm dreaming of the day I'll be there to love you and hug you and be the one to show you the way. I long to kiss you and know you and share those little things that make up your day. Dear Ellie, I long to tuck you in bed, kiss you goodnight, caress your head. But now you're older, I hear you're almost all grown. I grieve for the child wish I could have known. Dear Ellie, I sent you this prayer that no matter what happens, I'll always be there. You are my heart, you are my soul. All of these years Wanted you to know that I love you and miss you. And pray we'll be together again. I will be waiting and praying. And I'll greet you as a mother and a friend. Dear Allie, I want you to know. Dear Allie, I just want you to know. Dear Allie, dear Allie, dear Allie, I love you so.
Thank you, Tina. That was lovely. Oh my goodness. So because there's only one mind, I know that anything that needs to be said can be said into the mind of God. It doesn't really need to be said to your mother, and usually it's better not to. I learned that the hard way. Mom, I forgive you. For what? Blah, blah, blah. What? So instead, what we like to do is in our mind, we like to have this conversation with Mom. So as we bless Terry Lynn and Desi right now, we are just knowing that this healing message that we are working with in the meditation is going to work on their spirit as well as ours and free them from any of the hostilities or any of the angst or anger that we have. And if you're just now learning that you can do this in your mind and you're struggling with believing it will work, just think about a time when you saw a movie that was sad. You know, you knew it was fiction, but you knew it was just a movie, but you still cried. And that's what happens. There's a feeling within us that connects with all of this work. So as we're doing this in our mind, it actually creates a situation or a pathway through which all of that can be healed. We can't heal another person, but what we can do is we can heal ourselves and we can open the pathway for the other person to heal if they so desire. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable and just take some nice deep cleansing breaths. Breathe in through your nose, hold it, and release out through your mouth. And then take in another nice deep cleansing breath all the way from your belly in through your nose. Hold it and release out through your mouth. And we're going to take one more nice big breath together. And we really want to pull all the way from our toes on this one. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it and release out through your mouth. This helps us let go of anything, any expectation or any need to control anything. We just want to be present here in the moment. Release anything that keeps you from being present right here, right now. And knowing that this is the safest place on the planet right now, knowing that there is absolutely nothing that can hurt you or have any influence over you whatsoever. I invite you now to see your mother sitting in front of you, knee to knee, so to speak. And I'd like you to imagine right now that she's sitting in a state of receptivity. because we prepared her. We said, you're going to hear some unpleasant things, but we would like you to just listen without becoming defensive. Please keep your heart open and be receptive with loving and caring and compassion as you listen to what your child is going to say to you right now. So since we prepared her ahead of time, you see that love and acceptance in her eyes right now. And in her body language, you see that she's ready to hear everything that you need to say right now. So I invite you in this moment to now tell your mother anything that you've always felt like you couldn't say, or anything that you held back because you didn't want to hurt her feelings, or anything that you feel is unresolved in any way, shape, or form. I'd like you to share this with your mother right now. And as you do so, just know there's no judgment, there's no defensiveness, no hurt, no upset of any kind. There's no pain in your mother. All there is this place of absolute acceptance of what you are saying right now. So just share with her from your heart anything you couldn't say before. You now have the opportunity to say. And just allow yourself to let it all out. This is your opportunity to purge, as it were. Just let it all out. All the hurt, all the pain, all the disappointment. Tell her how you feel. How what she has said or done in the past has kept you from living a full life and having full experiences, limiting you in any way. By the way, if your mother is no longer living, this is a great opportunity to say those things that you can't say because she's no longer here. So take one last little brief moment to share any last thoughts that are still left, knowing that you can return here anytime you want. And now I'd like you to imagine that your mother is now saying, from the bottom of my heart, I apologize. I'm sorry, I was not who you needed me to be in any way, in any given moment. I love you. I am so proud of you. I'm proud of the person you have become. And I'm proud of you for doing this. And I am deeply, deeply sorry for any pain that I have caused you. I love you and I accept you exactly like you are. And there is nothing that is more important to me than you being happy. In this moment, I forgive you for holding all of that against me all those years and allow you the opportunity to forgive me. And I beg for your forgiveness because I know it isn't easy and I know it hasn't been easy. But I love you unconditionally Whatever else you need your mother to say to you, I'd like you to take this opportunity and have her say it in her words. Feel how warm your chest feels as your mother says these words to you. And now I'd like you to say to your mother with all the feeling that you can muster right here, I forgive you, Mom. I know you did the best you could with the skill set that you have. And I forgive you for all the pain that I have experienced. And I release you from any expectation that you will do anything other than be who you are. I release you from needing you to be any other way. And I accept for myself the feelings that I have received today. Because in this moment, I do know from the bottom of my heart that I do forgive you.
I forgive you. Will you forgive me? I didn't mean to hurt you. I just couldn't see your point of view. Your hurt and pain. Forgive me now. Let me try again. Will you forgive me? Will you take my hand? Look me in the eye and understand. Sometimes I just don't know the things that I do unintentionally wind up hurting you. Will you forgive me? Please don't close the door. Don't close down your heart. Just get angry at me, scream and cry. You can move them to life if we are willing to try. I forgive you. Will you forgive me? I know that love is our destiny. We stumble and fall. We learn and we grow. And together we'll find what our hearts already know. Will you forgive me? I'll forgive you. Forgive me. I'll forgive you. Please don't close the door. Don't close down your heart. Just get angry at me, scream and cry, and move on to light if we're both willing to try. forgive me? Will you forgive me? I know that love is our destiny, and we stumble and fall. We learn and we grow, and together we'll find what our hearts already know. Will you forgive me? I'll forgive you. You forgive me. I'll forgive you.
Just tune into your heart right now and feel how light it feels. How strong you feel as your heart fills up with light and love and compassion. Take a nice deep breath. Just release everything else and move into this awareness of how powerful and light you feel right now. So I honor these women who have served to be the shadow for us. Who have been our master teachers, who have given so much and sacrificed so much for us to be in this place of love right here, right now. I honor these women. Thank you so much for your contribution to our lives. And now feel your fingers and toes. Wiggle them, and then just bring your awareness back into this room. As we begin now to celebrate those women who have made their transition, I want to share this article that appeared in the Olean Times-Herald on May 12th, 1991. Oops. Where'd it go? Oh, goodness. It was a crisp blue sky and sunshine day, warm for the month of May, but hinting strongly at summer's promise. It flowed gently like the breeze that ruffled her hair. You meander, enjoying the brightness and the warmth of the sun, and as you walk along the old worn path to Mama's, you reflect on things past. You're grown now and can look back. She was always fussing at me. Sit up straight. Make sure your face is clean, and don't forget to wash behind your ears. Sit still and don't fidget. Don't be going out disappearing. Supper's almost ready. The words echo in your mind and in your heart. Mama always fussed, but then Mama always cared, because she always loved. She always tried to show you by baking the best cookies and cakes after school. There was always a large slice of something and a glass of milk just to tide you over until we eat. Glad that you were home and the house wasn't so empty anymore, and how she hated the rips and tears and half-hanging buttons that needed to be mended. Come here, she'd say playfully, grabbing your arm as you tried to fly by her without her seeing, and all the while searching for the needle and thread. She had the eye of an eagle. Nothing escaped her vision, not a smile, not a tear. Like the time you broke her favorite vase and you were so afraid that you hid under your bed and she'd come looking for you. You were certain that it was the end of your little life and sobbed out what you'd done. And she just held you close in her arms and whispered in your hair, just as long as it's not you that's broken. She was always there for the good times and the bad, the heartaches and the joys, for the excellent and ordinary days of our lives. Always helping, holding, laughing with you, crying with you, tucking you in and kissing you goodnight until you thought you'd gotten too big. Always making sure you knew that she cared and you knew that she loved you. You'd asked her that once. I loved you from the moment I first saw you, she said, and with a twinkle in her bright, beautiful eyes, you were the ugliest little child. And she'd laugh, knowing that you would know that she didn't mean it, at least not the ugly part. You knew always that she loved you. Like when you went away for the first time and had called home because you were so homesick. She had said, "Oh, it will be all right. You'll be fine. You only have to call. We'll be right here for you." And they always were. And you'd said, "I'll work hard and make you proud of me." And she'd said, "I already am. and she always was. She believed in you even when you didn't. You can picture her now, standing on the porch step, hands caught up in an apron to hide the flour from the fresh biscuits, yelling for your dad to come inside before everything was cold. Her voice trying to sound so harsh while her heart was happy and glad for the moment in time when she stood and watched you silently before she called out. All through the years, you'd always meant to find somehow to tell her, to show her how very much she meant to you. Now, as you walk along, reflecting on the years gone by, you finger the red roses in your arm, knowing they will be her very first. Stopping, you place them on the ground before the cold granite stone and whisper, "Hi, Mama. Happy Mother's Day. I'm late as usual." And you could almost hear her say, "I love you always in every way." So if your mother is deceased, please type her name in the comment box and I will speak her name into the room, and Faith will send you a virtual white rose representing the purity in her honor. We have Terry Lynn. On my side, we have Mary and Bertha. And Booby, I don't even know her name. Rose. Her name was Rose. Rose and Joey. She wasn't my mother, but she was a mother. And I don't see any other names. Is there any other names that need to be spoken into the room?
Go for it, Tina.
My mother, and Shan Den Bierman.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going through a lot of stuff now, trying to clear out the house. And I found this card she sent me once. She only sent me a card once a year. And it's the first time, I don't know if you can see that, it's very small, probably doing this on my phone. And it said lots of love, and she did it in English. And I cried like a baby. I mean, because you think, oh yeah, I'm tough, so I overcome all that stuff, and you know.
We're so advanced, aren't we?
Yeah, you know, I'm so past that. So anyway, wanted to share that.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you for sharing that. And we're getting ready to have you sing for us too. So we bless these women who loved us and nurtured us and protected us and comforted us and honored us and have now moved on. We thank them for the contribution to our lives, and we honor their sacrifices and the blessings they gave us. And now, Tina.
I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. You get your fill to eat, but always feel that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid you, love will leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel strong when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door opens, I will one open. Promise me you won't give fate a fighting chance. When you get the choice, sit it out and then I hope you dance. I hope you dance. Hope you never feel those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the fact of each distance. Living might take chances, but they're worth taking. making. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some helping heart leave you bitter. When you're coming close to standing up, reconsider if the heavens above more than just a passing glance. Give heaven chance to sit it out all day. I hope you stay. I hope you stay. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you will give faith fighting chance when you get the choice to sit it out or dance. Dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. Just dance.
Thank you, team. That was beautiful. Ah, goodness gracious. I'd like to just complete this with the idea that no matter whether our mother is living or not, or unable to be with us, even as an absent mother, whatever the situation, I know that she did the best she could to raise us, to give us what we needed to be able to move forward in life. And so right now I honor all mothers, mothers of human children, mothers of feathered children, mothers of furry children, mothers of reptile children, mothers of any kind of child whatsoever, mothers who are male or female, or foster moms or proxy moms. I honor all moms in this moment. So I just move into prayer right now. I know that God is all around and fulfilling and absolutely filling this world with joy. I know that God's essence is pure and great and beauty. I know that essence flows through me as it flows through Tina and Faith and Karen and Oz and Elaine. I know this same flow comes through each name that is in the ministry of prayer today. For we are blessed by this absolute purity of God that carries forward with it the blessings of this coming week, knowing we are fulfilled, that as we forgive and release, we are blessed with an absolute light heart and pure of mind. And so I give thanks for this. My heart fills with joy as we move into this coming week and celebrate ourselves and others as mothers. And so I just let it be. And so it is. Amen. Okay. Thank you for being here. I know there's 1,000 places you could be in. You know, we're glad you were here with us. There's 1,000 things you could be doing, and we're glad you were here with us. So go see your mama. We love you. Stay safe. We'll see you next week, 10:30 a.m. Mountain Time, and every week. Bye.
Bye, everybody.